Hello, welcome to another Ready and Raw video. This is the 5th time I'm recording this, so I'm going to cut to the chase. New edition time. There's a lot of stuff on this table, which is why I thought I'd do something a little bit different, rather than an unboxing, because I think everyone on the internet who is interested in 40k has seen what's in this box. I thought I'd do something a little bit different, so here's everything that you get in the box. I haven't included the bases, actually. They're in here. You know you get bases with these minis. That's just the thing that happens. What you don't get is the data cards and the any dice. You do, however, get the Leviathan mission deck, which is cool. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just whiz through all the stuff you get in the box, just very quickly, going over what I like, what I don't like. And I might make more in-depth videos as I assemble these minis and go through the rules. So yeah, let's start off on this pile, shall we? So starting off very strong with the new gaunts, Turbo gaunts, I think they are. Yeah, these look beautiful. Big fan of these. So my start in 40k was with a Space Marine versus Tyrannid box, much like Leviathan. It was Battle for the Crag, for those of you old enough to remember that box. It was cool. It came with some really nice scenery, actually, that now goes for a good bit of money on eBay, actually. So yeah, second box of gaunts, and the minis in Battle for the Crag were nothing like this. They were all very straight minis. You probably could repose the bodies if you heated up the tails a little bit and did a bit of bending and modeling around that, but they were very static looking minis, which as time has gone on, we've been able to do incredible things. Here we have the new Apothecary mini. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. I have a new Apothecary mini, which looks really cool. Big fan of that. The Gravis armor. I love the look of Gravis armor, actually. It looks chunky as hell. Your Stern Guard veterans. I keep wanting to say Vanguard, but that's the guys with the jump packs. And your Phobos Lieutenant, which, again, I love Phobos armor. And this lad is extra cool because he's carrying, he's got 4 knives on him. Just ridiculous, and I love it. That's peak 40k. Von Ryan Sleepers. These are about one of the only things in the NID box, or at least the NID half of this box, that I had to be convinced on. I wasn't sure on them at first, but hey ho. But if I can convince you of one thing today, it's that it would be great if you hit that subscribe button just along the bottom of the screen here, because it really helps us out, and with YouTube lowering the requirements to join the partner program, I think it's called. Every single little bit helps, especially now. So yeah, if you do enjoy this sort of content, we're just down here. We had 60 subscribers for a couple days, but now we've lost 1, which happens. I'm not salty, but if you'd like to be our 60th again, that would be great. But here is some Terminator action. I love these Terminators. They are chunky, they are huge, and I sort of wish you could take multiple squads of them for boarding actions. just because I love the idea of Terminators on a Space Hulk, because I grew up playing Space Hulk. I wasn't very good at it because I was a child, and that game is hard as fucking nails. Here's the Infernus Marines, which is the only bit of this box that I'm still not fully convinced I like. Like, I like them more than I did when they first got shown off, but I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to my Space Marine squads. I like mixed squads of, 7 bolters, couple special weapons, and a sergeant. I'm not so keen on let's have 5 or 10 of the same guy with the same weapon, because, yeah, it's just it doesn't allow a squad to cover its weaknesses. Like, I guess that's what other squads are for, but if you're up shit creek on your own, you're fucked. Dreadnought. It's a shame that the old Boxnaught's going away. Pull one out for the Boxnaut, but the Redemptor chassis is cool, even if it, especially in this loadout, looks very top heavy. Because it doesn't so much have arms like the other Redemptor variants do. It just has the old weapon style arms like the classic Dreadnoughts do. So yeah, it's an interesting image. Like someone hacked off the arms of an old Boxnaut and put it on a Redemptor. And this bit looks cool. Big fan of the Psychophage. Like, look at him. He's a big, gribbly tig, and I love him. I'm not so keen on the whole eating a Space Marine bit, because it means that it's just going to stand out anytime anytime you play someone who isn't Space Marines. It's like, why is he eating a Space Marine when we're killing Necrons? It's just not a fan of that. Here's the other half of the Infernus squad. Yeah, like they're nice enough minis. I just don't like them aesthetically. And the other 2 squads for your NIDs. So here's the Barb Gaunts, which I quite like the look of, actually. These are really fun looking minis. And the Neuro Gaunts, which also look really interesting. Smaller than I thought, and I'm, again, not a huge fan of these. I think they still look cool. Painted up, they're going to look great, I think. But, I'm more into the big stuff when it comes to NIDs. I am going to wait for a moment to show off that. Get your Terminator Librarian with his awesome... Is that a Force Axe? I think that's technically a Force Axe because it's a Psycho weapon. But yeah, this is a cool sprue. As is this one, which is your Terminator Captain and your Winged Tyranid Prime, who can't lead anything in this box, actually. I think he can only lead warriors and Tyrant Guard and things like that, so I think it would have been nice. It would be nice if they had included maybe some warriors, but I also get that the Neurogaunts are the main bodyguard unit in this box, so they'll be guarding the Neuro Tyrant, which, speaking of, yeah, this looks cool. So that's the Screamer Killer, or at least the inside of a Screamer Killer. Yeah, this is the sprue that excites me the most, because it is the Screamer Killer and Neuro Tyrant sprue. Lots and lots of chunky bits of leg. Bits of just carapace there. Yeah, big fan of this. I love these. Also the little Neuro Tyrant token things, like, they don't do anything in game. They're just sort of there to represent, I think, like the synapse abilities. So yeah. Yeah, I love these. This box is going to be so much fun to assemble and to play with and to paint. In that order, most likely, because I hate painting. And you do, with this box, you get a Leviathan mission deck that is released separately. It's coming out. It's up for pre-order this week. Today, as I'm filming this, they just went on pre-order. But yeah, nice chunky deck of cards that come with a lot of missions and objectives and things like that for your games. So I might do a separate video on these, but there's also loads of videos out already. One of my favourite things for this deck is you get objectives. That's always nice. That's really nice that they've done that. So these exist that you can use just straight into your games of 40k. So they are 40 mil. So if you wanted to make your own objective markers, especially because you can't stand on objectives, you have to be next to them. So you can make 3D objective markers now, which is nice, which is what I'm doing. I might make a separate video on that, actually, just showing them off. So there's those. There's a little fold-out thing that explains how Leviathan games and the Leviathan mission deck works. So that's nice. I haven't read through it yet. But here's all that stuff. So you get deployment cards, mission rule deck, primary mission deck, a secondary mission deck, and a gambit deck. So cool stuff. Again, I won't flip through these, I don't think, because there's plenty out on them already. I'll quickly fan them out a little bit so I can, have a quick gander at them. They are really nice as ever, really nice quality. So that's the secondary mission decks. Primary, deploy servo skulls, supply drop, priority target. So it's quite a lot of stuff. Get a few mission rules which are really fun. Just to add a bit of flair. For example, which one was the one I loved? Secret Intel. Mission... Minefields. So, in mission, each time an advance roll of a 6 is made, for that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. So they're basically stepping on a landmine. Just very, very fun. Very flavorful. Especially if you're playing like high model count armies like Guard. I can really picture them, advancing, stepping on a landmine and going, "Oh shit, we've lost one of our lads. That's unfortunate." Anyway, Commissar's pointing a gun at us now, so let's keep going. So yeah, you get that deck, which again is separate, can be bought separately. Though I think the packaging is a little bit different. It doesn't have the Leviathan box art on it, which is the same for the rulebook, which, seeing as we just mentioned it, is here. It's a big, hefty, like 380-page tome that I think could have been 3 books separately. I think I'd have preferred that, because it's a lot of the fluff. A good 200 pages of fluff, 60 pages of rules, and the Leviathan Crusade campaign, which is... I do love the concept of Crusades. I just think it could have been its own. Well, it is its own separate book. It's being released separately. So basically, from what I can tell, all of this is going to be its own separate book. Which, yeah, I would have preferred it if they did that with this, not least because also, yeah, that core rules. Here we go. Because also, all of this is also this is just the core rules. All of this is just core rules. There's nothing fluff. Like all of this chunk of book is the fluff, and all of this is rules. So that would have been nice to have 3 separate books. So if you want to read the fluff, you've got this. If you want the rules, if you're going to an event, you can just have this smaller book. Hell, make it a softback book. I'd have liked that, but yeah. But it does go in depth with a lot of your factions and lore, covering a lot of the events of the last couple editions. So goes over the Dark Imperium, opening of the Great Rift, Return of Gilliman, goes over the Psychic Awakening and all the events of 9th edition. And it also touches on the Arcs of Omen, which is the most recent narrative campaign event thing that happened in 40k, which saw some key characters come back, like Lionel Johnson, Primarch of the Dark Angels. So that's cool. And it also goes through the fluff of all of the factions in 40k as well, with some rules for combat patrols as well, which is sort of a semi-detached, I guess, way of playing, where a lot of the datasheets are similar but different to the main 40k datasheets. They're very much made so that every combat patrol box is balanced and enjoyable out of the box. So there's a couple subtle differences in those boxes, whereas at least compared to the datasheets and the units that you'd see in 40k proper. That does sort of mean that 500-point games aren't really a thing, but you could always just play, a standard 500-point game on your own, just using the standard rules, but, that would be up to you. There is also, interestingly, not rules for boarding actions in here. That has been released as a separate PDF on the Warhammer community website, but, that's just a thing that happens. So that will be something that I'll want to cover on the channel separately, because I love the idea of boarding actions. Boarding patrols, they just look cool. And I haven't played one yet. Also, you do get this nice little black ribbon bookmark, so that'll help keep your place. I think it's right on the orcs. It was when Sam and I had a flip through this last night. Because interestingly, I got this from Zatu Games, and it arrived yesterday evening rather than today when it comes out. So that was nice. So it meant I got a little bit of a flip through, a little bit of a taster before making this video, which is always good. So yeah, that is about it for the video. However, there is one more thing for us to do. Leading up to this giveaway, I just fucked it there. Leading up to this video, we announced a giveaway for these. They are the store anniversary pins for 2023, and I'm not fussed on them, so I decided I would give them away. Alright. just a surprise roam. So yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you ask, I'm sure there's people who would love these, but just because sending things internationally is a ball ache, this is just a UK giveaway. However, we did get some love, and it actually really helped the channel grow. Just in the last few days, we had 4 entrants over on Twitter, and a couple people who just seemed to see our stuff and subscribe without, knowing that we were doing a giveaway. Unfortunately, they didn't make themselves known, so we couldn't include them. However, like I say, we have 4 entrants in my lucky hat. It really is my lucky hat. I love this thing. Though most of it is because of the patch. I'd love to get more of these, to do giveaways of these as well, and some stickers maybe. So yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to open up the hat, and you can see not many, but hey ho, we are a small channel, that's fine. But we have 4 separate names in the hat, so let's shake it up again. I don't think that's done much, but I sorted all these last night, so I don't know what's what. So yeah, let's just can take this away. No, let's do this for this bit. There we go. So this is going under the table, just so I can't cheat. I don't know any of the people who entered anyway, so I have no biases. I just thought I'd put that out there. I have a name, or I don't have a name yet, but I have a piece of paper. Let's have a look. So that is at Jones74M. So yeah, congratulations, bud. I know you popped a comment on our Twitter post, so thank you. And also thank you everyone for entering this, actually, because like I say, we're a small channel. Every single person who has liked or subscribed to our stuff has done so much for us. Even the people that post like hateful shit, I don't think they realise that as a small channel, even that helps. Obviously, we'd rather not get hateful shit on our channel, but at the end of the day, it helps. It's just that, if you're posting hateful shit on our TikTok, be careful who you are posting hateful shit towards, because as the person I am referring to mentioned, I should lose some weight. I am a fat fuck. That is perfectly fine. You can shoot shit at me all day. Anyone else, fuck off. Anyway, so yep, we will be getting back to the winner, trying to get in contact with them to get these their way. So yeah, again, congratulations. And if you didn't win this one, my condolences. But we will probably... I've got another set of these somewhere. Not these exactly, but from last year's store anniversary, which was... I think that was a Chaos guy and a... No, it was a Sigma guy and a Space Marine. So, yeah, there might be more of these. And also, we might just, get some of these. More channel logo stuff. So, yeah, stick around. You never know what's coming up. But with that said, I am going to hydrate before D&D. because that's gonna happen today. I'm really excited. And then I don't know when I'm going to upload this because I, you know, don't want to crush the internet for Ron and Sam. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And hopefully maybe in the future, don't know when, but maybe by the end of the year, we'll do another giveaway for something. Again, it probably will be UK only, just because that's easiest for us, and international shipping is a ball ache. But yeah, it's still June, so be gay. Roll dice. See ya.